Oh, hello, my friend. Hello, how are you? Welcome to day number 10. How are you doing? I hope this finds you very well, that your day was wonderful, that you are slowly starting to create some changes in your life for the better, that you are following certain things through new habits, new beliefs, and just that you're enjoying life. And today we're going to find out what exactly happened here in Lucerne and with my dream, little Linda's dream. Let's go see what happened on this day, right? When I said, or the universe said, ask and you shall receive at its perfect time. I want to know what it is. Let's go. On August 14th, 2004, the beloved universe finally provided little Linda with its threes a charm solution, which got triggered by a friend of mine during a visit in Lucerne, my Münch's then so-called home city. Yay! As the night before, the meanwhile into my 80s heroess transmuted musician Nena held one of her with lots of love and enthusiasm-filled performances at a festival in AWAKENS, Lucerne, my soul of course needed to be part of it and had my dear friend Sandy join my vessel for a fun weekend excursion. As AWAKENS, with its 2 hours train ride from our beautiful Thurgau, is considered far, the two of us therefore decided to extend this trip with an extra day in Lucerne, which is located right next to this tiny municipality. After a thrilling concert, Sandy and I then a few hours later woke up quite early again in a close-by youth hostel and decided to fill this extra day with a ship ride to Samichlausen, Lucerne, and with the added intention to then walk all the way back to the city's main train station. On our hike back, we then, as so often, found our souls casually chit-chatting about life, work, love, etc. You know, the things that girlfriends do and talk about, whilst they are spending some quality time together. Wink. Then, once the job topic found its turn, Sandy, as so often desired, to get an update in regards of my current state of mind reality check towards my managing occupation, and further kept on wondering whether it caused my soul happiness these days, or if I still caught myself being tangled in this questioning everything mode at times. And this innocent seemingly incident unknowingly ended up transforming itself into the most important key moment within my thus far living on earth game experiences, which threw little Linda right back into her dream-catching state of mind zone a few days later. Abracadabra. Ha! Thank you, dear Sandy. Smile. Ready? Yeehaw! Besides my still lasting Nena high from the night before, my soul at that time actually happened to be riding a very happy wave at work as well. My friend's recurring question, I therefore easily ended up answering with a, yes, currently I in fact am feeling very pleased about everything. Things are going great and I'm experiencing a lot of fun with my clients and with Lucia, of course. Sandy then looked at me with her critical eye and continued her own thought process with a, are you sure? Because you know that I don't really see you grow old in a bank. What I would totally see you in is creating soundtracks for movies or any other background music existing job opportunities on the market. My coworker's boyfriend actually does something like that in Zurich. I think you should do some research on that topic online. There should be a school for it in Zurich. You are not a banker, Linda, and you know it, remark. Boom. Spot on my friend was. And indeed, this is what she found herself referring to. A few months prior to this incident, the beloved universe kindly provided little Linda with the magical information that the wonderful world of the internet now offered some websites which provided free downloads of any desired songs if available. Wow, for real? Yes, and therefore I shortly became good friends with LimeWire and FrostWire, who allowed me to expand my now and then music collection in a very wallet-friendly way directly onto my Sony Vaio hard drive. Woohoo! It's probably needless to say that this music stealing activity, seamlessly turned into a new big passion and hobby of mine whenever my vessels reunited with my kitty cat Gina's from any outside activities, and therefore right after would spend hours online hunting down all of little Linda's favorite 80s tracks and artists. Well, except for Nina's work. Her creations I did and always will collect in its original form. That is a must and an honor code of mine, and this rule certainly always apply to any other as amazing interpreted music tunes creators. Ha! Yes indeed. Then, as soon as those desired and precious tracks found themselves safe and sound on my computer, I as a next step would go ahead and burn some of them in a from my soul perceived very smooth and specific order on CDs for some of my friends, for my mom, and of course for little Linda, with the intention to enhance everyone's living on Earth game experience whenever played and desired. Boom. Spreading loving vibes through uplifting beats was my soul's mission right then, and probably still would be today, in a way, if I focused on it more, which thought actually just triggers my recurring interest of a DJ journey trial in some sort, form and way. Oh yeah, let's see, one step at a time, right? Music is the answer to your problems. Just keep on moving and you will solve them, is part of a statement that my oracles heard in a song many years later in New York City on a track recorded by Denny Tenelia featuring Celita. That and its further written content pretty much says it all for me. Yeehaw! Now, even though Sandy's then suggestion welcomed my world completely out of the blue, I, on the other hand, found my soul instantly resonating with her words and did exactly as recommended once my vessel got reunited with my fluffy Gina's again. Purr. By now, little Linda felt quite intrigued by the thought of her maybe still being able to work in the film industry in this living on Earth game journey, only in a different way and form than initially imagined. The working behind the scenes option actually never occurred my mind thus far, and therefore found little Linda quite excited about the idea of possibly just have been introduced to an income stream that would combine her top two music and movies passions and hobbies in even one stroke. Sweet! The following week, I therefore dedicated my free evenings towards this suggested Zurich Film Sound School research task, which ended up staying in its hidden corner all along as the magical universe kept on insisting to distract little Linda with this intriguing and reappearing acting word. Oh no, you again, sniff. At first, I found myself very tightly holding on to my resisting mode of even reading any of these presented acting pages, as my soul already knew that this S-Express train took off many years ago, so spending my focus and precious time on something that really mattered seemed to be a much more powerful action step choice as part of my current game plan at hand. Yup. The beloved universe, though, stood persistent in its doings and kept leading me back to these many acting pages. On and on. Stop it! The more that little Linda got faced with this childhood dream word of hers again, the more my soul began to carry it within my heart. The more that my soul carried it within my heart, the more it became alive again, and this reality check really began to bother little Linda very much. In order to quiet down those old new emotions, I then eventually decided to give in and to instead take a closer look on what kept on coming my way by extending those acting researches across the Swiss borders over to Germany and Austria as well. To my surprise, my eyes quickly came to discover that those schools in Germany happened to be open to any vessels without any age restrictions at all. What? Are you kidding me? Well, this valuable new information flow certainly instantly lit up my entire inner world like a fireball. Whoosh! Wait a minute. So did all of this actually mean that I was still possible for Linda Wartenweiler to become an actress now? What? The closer I looked, the clearer I saw that my soul, including little Linda, indeed found themselves still able to pursue our all-time dream with my next-door neighbors, the Germans. OMG. Wow! And this moment truly transformed itself into another very magical and unforgettable reality shift experience. Oh yeah. After some more researches, though, I then anew found myself left with one obstacle at hand, which put an instant damper onto my soul. Oh no, not again. Yes, the next problem that little Linda found herself facing this time turned out to be this audition requirement for each new student as part of their entry process for any of these available German acting schools at hand. To what? Audition? What on heaven's earth does that mean now? As soon as I, after some more digging, found out its meaning, I heard little Linda repeatedly asking herself of how she, one, possibly could be auditioning for an acting spot, if two, she had no clue at all how to do so, and most importantly, until thus far, three, gathered no knowledge whatsoever yet of even how to be an actress. Bummer. The only opportunity that my soul at this point of her many living on earth game adventure creations desired to get happened to be given a chance by someone, preferably a school, that would teach her how to become an actress, and that was about it. My logical brain pictured this whole learning process approach about the same way as I experienced it during my 3 years banking education journey. Provide me with all the needed classes and information, and I in return will apply everything successfully into my work. Boom, it's that simple. This approach formula with my then Plan B career choice, after all, is what led little Linda all the way to her current managing occupation, and the thought of where her path could be taking her to with her actual childhood dream manifestation opportunity instantly filled my entire vessel with those tiny dots called goosebumps. Ha! Then one night, whilst I found myself busy exploring one of these German web pages, the beloved universe suddenly responded with its all-time friendly "Thy wish is my command" gesture by redirecting my clickings to a different school's site, which to my surprise said New York Film Academy. NYFA. What? New York Film Academy? Yes, and believe me, my dear co-traveler, to this very day it actually remains unclear to my soul as of how this New York-based page appeared onto my screen, as I certainly did not intentionally click on this way too far existing the other planet possibility. Yup, and obviously my fingers somehow must have done so, and therefore its appearance instantly ended up surprising my reality with its absolute unexpected approach. Boo! As a first reaction, little Linda simply kept on staring at this black, white, and red colored homepage while my head voice narrated this entire scene with a "New York? What? That's insane! I want to stay in Germany, in the German-speaking field. The other planet is way too far away from home. No way, that's not it." Response. Boom. Even though my head voice kept little Linda quite confused by its resisting and fear-based tactic approach, my heart one, on the other hand, tried its very best to draw my attention towards its opposite point of view, created opinion, head versus heart. As soon as I decided to direct my awareness towards the pleading ladder's narration, I then suddenly witnessed the effects on of a very soothing calmness arising within my vessel. My mouth began to form an intrigued smile, my head to nod softly in agreement, and the next thing my soul knew was that my hand already joyfully took over my mouse's control by enthusiastically scrolling and clicking all over NIFA's entire acting program pages. Yeehaw! Studying my beloved soul childhood dream in America, on this other planet. Wow, I actually like that thought a lot. Could this possibly be my ticket in order to do the impossible, still in this Linda Wartenweiler living on Earth game experience? Is this maybe the key hobby that I kept on looking for all along, which would unlock and materialize all my many accumulated dreams, visions, and desires? Wow. Well, that simply would be so cool. Los Angeles, yes, Los Angeles and Hollywood, woohoo! And off little Linda's, by then almost 3 decades dated acting as a leading lady in a Hollywood motion picture head cinema trailer right away took. Wow! Alongside with all of this new information flow and perspective challenging outlook at hand, my vessel, including heart, simultaneously filled themselves even more so with excitement, whilst my hand got prompted to even faster detect NIFA's application requirements, which ended up stating the exact from little Linda earlier on asked for: pay the yearly tuition fee, pay the yearly tuition fee, know some English, and you are in solution. Boom and wow. Ah, universe, is that what you want me to experience next? But that's crazy and scary in one shot. How could I possibly leave my family, friends, belongings, and my beloved Gina behind? We are not talking about Germany or Switzerland here, to where I easily could be moving all my belongings, including my car to, and travel back and forth within a snap only. No, we are talking about the United States, another continent, planet. Whew, even though this idea sounded a little bit too crazy at first, I unwillingly ended up carrying it safely within my heart wherever my vessel brought me to, acting and living in the United States. Wow. And that is how my secretly kept the ultimate childhood dream vision found its way back into my awareness again, by presenting little Linda a flashback of her initial being able to live on this other planet via a bank transfer opportunity plan B creation. Yes, this was exactly what my inner voice asked me to look into earlier into my Living on Earth game travels, and it certainly looked like it, as if I just found another opportunity in order to make this vision happen in its original desired Plan A form. Ha! How about replacing the original bank idea with my acting dream, which instead would bless my reality with a 3-in-1 win-win situation of 1, finally finding myself able to explore this never-ending, within my soul lingering acting fascination, by 2, experiencing this whole other planet adventure out of an official residence's perspective, and with 3, finding myself surrounded by my favorite language ever, with the added opportunity to improve it daily. Wow. Yes, this sounded about right. The more that my head cinema went on with the creation of this thrilling new opportunity at hand, the more my soul and little Linda started to fall in love with what they saw and experienced. And let me tell you, my beloved co-traveler, and this time their seed finally successfully got planted within my heart after the magical universe's 3rd trial. Yay! Subconsciously, I from then on daily started to nurture and protect my newly found baby very preciously. At first, I decided to keep it all safe and sound to myself, as I wanted to avoid the risk of finding little Linda discouraged anew, caused by any outside resources during this, to me, quite big reality shift adjustment process. After all, I just got presented this new opportunity to step into my childhood acting dream of mine in this Living on Earth game right already, without having to wait for another round to start. Yeehaw! This whole unexpected reality shift I at first certainly experienced as quite a frightening, overwhelming, and as a very thrilling one in one breath, which therefore instantly left enough room for my all-time concerned and rational head voice to find its discouraging attempts by having little Linda questioning herself if acting truly happened to be a hobby of hers. And that statement actually revealed itself as truer than true. How could I be certain without having its proper experience under my belt, right? Thus far, I, after all, only carried those few school experience and my fascination for this genre as a pre-taste in my backpack, and that was about it. And yes, from the logical point of view, this thought absolutely appeared legit and true. How could I truly know? What I did know, though, was that my heart and soul loud and clearly found themselves aligned with this whole new outlook, and therefore instinctively knew what needed to be done from here on. Yup. Even though these new plans frightened little Linda quite a lot at first, I decided to this time direct all my attention towards my friendly's heart voice first, by simply trusting whatever it would be sending my way, hearts overhead, yes. And starting from then on, this new acting path choice of mine instantly got perfectly well supported and orchestrated by from the beloved universe's delivered signs, which I really found myself able to decipher a few years later with the for it required distance, expansion, and with a further life toolbox collection extension. Wink. Yes, so looking back from my 2 days living on Earth game destination has me clearly see how eagerly the magical universe kept on trying to assure and support the still at times doubtful little Linda that this path with no doubt happened to be the one for Linda wartenweiler to walk upon next. Now, let's dive right into where this reference finds its birthing moment. Splash! Shortly after I embarked this new and from the heart-led reality creation of mine, things at work, interestingly, all of a sudden started to get very hectic and chaotic. For the following few months, I literally found myself being bombarded with work and late hours, which resulted in 1, less Linda time, 2, less fun activities, and with 3, an ongoing frustration level. Boom. Even though my soul felt very intrigued by this knife opportunity, I kept holding myself back from another quite egotistical friend of mine, in order to get this acting adventure ball really rolling, introducing Miss Fear. Yes, we all know her way too well. That's right. Directly from her source, little Linda simultaneously also got infused with a reality creation guided by thoughts like fear of letting go, fear of entering a big mistake, fear of losing everything that I created and built, fear of starting over again, fear to be ridiculed, fear of the unknown, fear to fail, fear of stepping outside of my comfort and security zone, and so forth. Alongside with my ongoing frustration level, I therefore allowed this pessimistic friend's opinions to slowly overpower my heart's voice anew, by furthermore let her put a frozen state of mind spell over little Linda's sudden appeared whirlwind creation for a little bit longer. Abracadabra. Watch out. Gotcha. Alongside with these newly adapted beliefs, my by then self-created with discontent-filled living on Earth game experience simply felt as the safer choice than stepping outside of this with time very well manufactured box into an unknown with not even the sky's the limit filled adventure's risk, which therefore right away opened the race for a sizzling swimming along versus against the stream in a competition. Oh boy, yes, and living out this newly created ultimate childhood dream vision of mine in my head cinema instead was what little Linda had to remain happy with for a little while longer. Bummer. And bravo, Miss Fear. Well done. Head over heart. Here we go again. My courage is what I needed to find next in order to break out of this blocking and destructive mindset of mine, which had the how word turn into my new game plan mission at hand. Help? Anybody? Meanwhile, my soul certainly found herself quite overwhelmed by the in Ellen presented workload and by this banking, security, stability versus acting, uncertainty, complete life change, needed crossroads choice. Which path to take? Which one is the safe and right one? My wonderful established Swiss security outlook or my soul childhood dream located on a different planet of... This decision definitely turned out to be trickier for little Linda than ever imagined. Dreaming about the better definitely felt so much easier than actually taking its very first step towards it. Miss Fear, accompanied by self-doubt with no doubt, performed their jobs seamlessly to their finest throughout these past decades. Wow. That happened to be a true fact by now. It made me realize that I somehow successfully must have metamorphosed little Linda into this always undesired, serious, conservative, and responsible adulthood version. Oh no! How was this possible? Had it to do with this mom deodorant? Of course. See, little Linda knew exactly back then that this grown-up stuff happens to be a dangerous formula to apply. Wink. So yes, this reality check of my then adulthood stage certainly revealed itself as quite shocking, and also very much so as unwanted. At that time, my vessel found itself in its late 20s count. I had a nice banking career going, lived with my lovely and fluffy roommate Gina in a cool rental apartment in my dream village, Botikhofen, owned a in 2002 brand new purchased silver Volkswagen Polo, many wonderful friends, and enjoyed an overall wonderful living on earth game lifestyle. At that time, some of my friends also started to get married and to create their own families, which kept reminding little Linda of the reality truth that our 20s count soon would be finding its end, and that therefore everyone needed to step up their game shortly by adapting this from society accepted more serious and grown-up considered lifestyle experience, whatever that meant anyway. Further, this to me included to become even more responsible and to therefore most definitely step away from those crazy, irresponsible, and carefree choices which still happen to wild and freely be running through my head cinema, especially these days. After all, our 30th decade found itself lingering around the corner, which brought along new living on earth game rules for the entire mid-70s generation at hand. Oh yeah, getting married, having kids, owning a property, climbing further up one's career path ladder, plus getting more settled and quiet, certainly appeared as the top ones on that list. Yay, oof. Or simply put, work more, grow up, enjoy less fun, and shed those wild and free-spirited teens and 20s about now. Anything else wouldn't look too good, and you know it. Boom. What? Ugh. These pressure points definitely awoke a lot of resistance within my heart, as basically none of the above resonated with what my soul initially was planning to live for or to experience during this current living on earth game opportunity. Creating a family by giving birth to another soul and to therefore getting tied down to a possible part-time homestay mom reality or that sort of image always appeared as one of my last desired fun fact activities to enjoy on my bucket list. Oh yeah. This I knew all along from deep within, and still do to this very day. Amen. Experiencing life's magic and its never-ending range of opportunities, including many challenges, as wild and free as a bird happens to be, is what my soul ongoingly kept on resonating with the most all along of my thus far tryouts. As to explore, to experience, to achieve, and to be in action are still playing a big part in little Linda's daily happy and radiant activity choices. Ha! After all, I chose this state of mind setup as my starting out position, with which perfectly got provided and created by my selected parents, Heidi and Urs, the second that my soul got introduced to them as Linda Wartenweiler on that very early May morning in Münsterlingen, Thurgau. That's right. All right. And that is another cup for today. Ah, yes. That's something, huh? The childhood dream. What is your dream? What is your childhood dream? Did you ever ask yourself, meanwhile? Do you know? It could be anything, really. It could be anything. I hope that you got in touch or get in touch with your inner child, and that she can tell you what she would love to experience. Go do it. Because everything, if you're scared of it, everything that what is it again, that quote? Let me see, I really love it. Now sometimes I just forget. Everything you desire lies on the other side of resistance. Everything that you desire lies on the other side of resistance. And I have been practicing that, and I try to trust it, and I do. And so far, it's 100% success rate. So I encourage you, try it. Small things, and start growing it into bigger things, and you will see. I'm telling you. Okay? All right. So that's it for today. I'm going to have some dinner. I'm hungry. And I'm looking forward to see you again for day number 11, 12. See, now I'm confused. The longer it goes, the more. 11. I think it's going to be 11. Yes, all right. 11. Day 11 is tomorrow. Yes. I'm sending you lots of love. Here one more time. Lots of love. Ooh. And see you soon, okay? Bye-bye. Lots of love. Woo.